Gold Coast Blaze look a lot like they did last week. You know, the Wollongong Hawks were able to knock down some shots, get themselves to a respectable 46% from the field. The intensity looks the same as it did when they just held the Cairns Taipans to a sub-50 game.
What they did too, Steve, though, they created 5 turnovers from Wollongong in that first quarter. And really, as we see De Leon stroke a trifecta, splash it from the baseline against the zone. The 5 turnovers they created against Wollongong in that first quarter.
And when De Leon starts stroking that thing with his handle and his quickness, that's a nightmare. I mean, you got to get up on him.
It's very difficult to be able to take away everything. And as you say, Steve, he's so quick that you have to give him a little bit more of a gap. It makes his 3 a bit easier. But Eubacher, 9 points off the bench, 3 from 4 from the field in that first quarter. He really was the shining light. Apart from him, it was really only Conrad who also came off the bench for 4 points.
Martin will take it out for Wollongong. Hawks running those dual point guards that we like to see. Eubacher to Matt Campbell. He gets one off. The thing didn't have much rotation.
See, that's not a good shot for Wollongong. They need to be able to get it through, get something better. A contested shot with a hand in his face isn't what Matt Campbell needs to be doing at this stage of his career.
Martin to Eubacher. Eubacher turning the corner on Gibson. He's blocked by Adam Gibson. Eubacher will go to the line. And I think that shot by Matt Campbell is just... He had a big game last week and hadn't had a... Well, they've done a good job of addressing the fact that he can't get a good look. And he forced one.
Yep. And we're all guilty of that sort of frustration in games. I guess the thing with Matt Campbell is he can continue to contribute. Now they do have a good point guard because he should be getting open shots, and you'd love to be able to utilize somebody like Eubacher, who is so good at getting to the basket, now finding somebody like Campbell, who is a great stand-up shooter when he gets open.
Eubacher rock solid from the foul line. Been above 80% his entire career.
Great little battle between Eubacher and Gibson as well, who Gibson now takes a seat. Just know each other's game, being able to play together for a year, and they will be both very aggressive about being able to get the win tonight.
Blaze with 10 points in the paint compared to Wollongong's 2. Worthington to De Leon. Somehow he gets that to Petrie. Some handy David Stiff type footwork. Shot clock expires. We got ourselves a foul first. Watch this. That pass somehow gets through to Petrie. And there's that David Stiff footwork.
See, Wollongong's done it once, and also the Gold Coast. When a man drives baseline, the opposite wing guy has to get to the baseline to be able to help him out. Otherwise, you get stuck in the air, both like De Leon did then and Wollongong did earlier.
Petrie pulls up. Larry Davison can't stay in bounds. I like the fact that that wasn't just an automatic push. You got to be able to see that. I mean, I used to do that all the time when I was out of position. Just act like I got pushed in the back. Andrew would say that's bad sportsmanship. I would say that's winning.
Bailey on again from deep. We might get back to Drewy if he's saying that. He flopped going through the key more than any man in the history of the game.
Catron with the nice drive dishes it off to Larry Davison, who misses the sitter. Worthington to De Leon. He runs over Reese Martin. See, I would have shot that. He's hot.
He should have shot it. That's a great defensive play from Reese Martin. He guessed. And really, you do have to guess against De Leon because he's that quick. Very hard to be able to read, but he did on that occasion.
I always wonder, when guys turn, they've hit 3 in a row from deep. Feeling it. You know, you can see it too, because when they let it go, they're backpedaling. They got the hand up in the air. They know it's down. But it's the Blaze 32 and the Hawks 19 to some hot shooting by Idris De Leon.
Major Tile's major sale means major savings with up to 50% off selected tiles. Latest designs for all areas. So hurry, this major sale ends soon. Major Tiles. Imagine, design, create.
Be the fastest with the explosive power of 4G. Be first with HTC Velocity 4G.
Get your head in first. Get your balance and rebound. Okay? Hang in there, fellas. Hang in there. Let's go. 1, 2, 3.
Well, Gordy McLeod was impressed with his team. Well, for one, knocking down shots. They shot at a good percentage last week against Cairns Taipans in Wollongong. But he was impressed with their effort on the boards last week. And the Blaze have been tenacious on the glass. And Gordy McLeod talking about the guys getting their balance. A little more physical this game is than last week.
They certainly need to be able to do that in the other team's gym on the road. And it's about being solid against a team like Gold Coast Blaze, because they will bully you out of position, just like Perth do.
Catron gets to the middle. His left-hander, tough shot off balance. Put it up there soft off the glass. Not sure if he intended on banking that one, but he got the result.
That's the sort of target he needs to be inside. If they can get that, then they start sending double teams from the Blaze. It'll open up the shooters as well.
Worthington, man, that looked illegal. Hudson, they get a score out of it.
How was that not illegal? He jumped in the air, right, then threw it down.
And dribbled it. They got to talk to somebody about that.
Oh,
yeah, you know what?
That's a well-earned tech.
He jumped in the air. I want to hear this. You can't do that. You know what? I would use that move every time. If he's deeming that legal, I could get by anybody.
Gordy McLeod, we missed it there. Gordy McLeod is ropeable. And that's it. I would have got a tech for that too.
And I think he might have to, Gordy might have to sit down, because I would be tempted. All the guys are saying, can you do that? I'd be telling my team right now, okay, every time you get it on the wing, jump up in the air like you're going to shoot, throw it on the floor, and start your move like that.
Yeah, you can't do that.
You are kidding me, aren't you? Watch this.
Here we go.
Okay, he's fooled. He jumps in the air, throws it on the ground to dribble. That is illegal.
Seen that.
I've seen it like in the under 12. You know what? And the refs call it a travel too. Man. Woo. Well, Wollongong got to bounce back from that one.
Well, they're hard enough to beat Gold Coast without those sort of hometown calls.
Ubaka with a range 3. Shot clock was down to 1. Blaze with the stop.
And again, that's what the Blaze want. They want, and Joey Wright said it in the interview before the game, they want to take away the options and make Wollongong go one-on-one. And they will live with Ubaka taking a shot from that far out each time.
He was a good 2 steps behind the three-point line. And he's a streaky shooter, but with all that pressure, shot clock down to 1. Good D for the Blaze. Petrie gets it to Kadee. He wants his on ball. He's the best in the business with that. Tees, throws it away.
See, the turnover will go down to Tees, but I always believe the guy posting needs to open up a little bit more. There was no angle for Tees to be able to make that pass, considering there was help on the other side of Petrie as well.
Petrie is on his heels. There's no way he could have moved forward. Not an inch. Ubaka gets the split. Tyson Demos from the corner comes up short. Saville keeps it alive, but Hudson gets it out to Worthington. 2-on-2. He goes right at Ubaka. A little out of control. Ubaka's got numbers. Gets it to Catron. He lays it up with the left hand.
Good transition from Wollongong. Great defensive stop. As you call, Wortho was certainly out of control. Not really his game, going 2 against 3.
Kadeem, and he has improved that area of his game.
He can do that. I mean, he was one of the best scorers in under 18s, under 20s, playing for Australia, but he really hasn't had that confidence to be able to come off and just nail it like we know that he's going to in the future.
And they went under the on ball, and he did not hesitate that time.
You have to take that as an insult. Someone goes under an on ball, it's like, what?
Katron just runs out of gas with his legs.
I don't know why.
Tease finds Scarlett. Boy, Tease has given them some good minutes tonight. Joey going right to the end of his bench. Adam Gibson to Kadeem. His 3-ball short. Doesn't get the bounce. Saville in traffic loses it. Tease skips it to Kadeem, and he'll slow it down. Garliff goes baseline. Good ball movement.
He should have just dribbled it.
And there's no way he could have called that a travel either.
Great ball movement from the Blaze, as you called those, Steve. All the extra passes. Just didn't find that open man to be able to knock it down.
Ubaka. That's a tough shot. He gets a very kind roll.
But that's the only way you can play against this type of defense, is to be able to create space, get your head down, get in there, and to be able to cause contact.
That was a good find by Adam Gibson, because Tyson Demos was kind of lost in the middle. He lost vision of the ball, didn't see the pass.
That's a frustrating turnover for Gibson if that's who they gave it to, because he hit him right in the flipper.
No kidding, it was like he didn't use his fingers on them. Will Hudson has the ball scored out of bounds off his hands, but the Blaze continue with their hot shooting at 55% from the field. And Wollongong trying to come up with some answers on some stops. Matty Flynn and Eric Cooks and Gordy McLeod.
Come off this, kick it, and look for that really quick, okay? That should be there. Just kick, boom, look over the top on offense. You guys are too slow, and you're not sealing on the switches. They're switching everything. Just seal it up. Don't let them switch it, all right? Don't let them switch it.
Trying to even come on the back as well.
On the drives, they don't get middle, right? Ayende's got middle 2 or 3 times. Keep it out of middle. On the pink, you're not matched up with your man. You're matched up with the back man. So if Patron come here, you don't come here. Stay back with Tyson. If Tyson is break,
Looks like Joey is really enjoying coaching right now. The guys are doing everything.
Yeah, you can tell it. It's not just in their body language, it's in his as well. He's really enthusiastic and looks like, as you say, looks like he's enjoying it, passionate about making it happen. And it's really being able to transfer over the white line for his team.
Demos will bring it up. He goes to the middle. Conrad from the corner. That one rims out. Had a good look.
It's normally automatic for him. Pass by Demos too.
Hudson. Fouled by Glenn Saville.
It's a good effort from Sav, coming from the split line to be able to make a play at that block.
Yeah, he almost made the play. Looked like he was just, when Conrad falls down, Saville just comes down. Well, looked like pretty much to foul him, but almost made the play.
Great timing from Sav.
I so wanted Garliff to dribble the ball when he got committed in the air, like Worthington did, because the referee right on the baseline was Scott Becker, the same one that said you could do that.
Oh, I'm so glad we heard that. That's frustrating as a player when you say, yeah, no, he can do that.
dribble, gets it to Demos. That one is off the mark as well. Keep that shot in mind, Shane, is Kadee went for the contact, didn't get the call. Saville, Demos again, gives it a little bit more, still can't get the finish. Conrad with the offensive rebound, can't get the putback in. Ball off the hands of Tyson Demos. Okay, what I'm talking about on Tyson Demos, he knows he's going to catch it. Don't you like to kind of get your little step into that? If you know the ball's coming, don't get caught flat-footed.
No doubt. It's all in preparation. And again, that's what you're trying to teach juniors. Get that foot out, preparation to be able to get like a gather step, get into your shot. That was a great extra pass by Reece Martin, too.
Hudson, good no call. There was contact, but he's out of control. Martin to Oscar Foreman. Wollongong just struggling against this defense of the Blaze. Reece Martin at the top again. That's an option that the Blaze want, but they don't want to give up offensive rebounds. A lot of standing around by Wollongong.
It's almost like once they're denied, they don't have the right counters in place to be able to penalize that denial.
Saville's able to drill one just inside the three-point line. Gets the lead down to 14. Gibson waiting for Mark Worthington. Hudson, that's a brick.
You were open because they left you open.
Martin with a nice hesitation, draws the contact. Mark Worthington and had the strength to get that one up.
You know, that shot from Hudson, he wants to watch some videos of guys like Warwick Giddy when they used to leave him open, so he would dribble, hand off at one of these stars, one of the shooters, and create an open shot for somebody because they'd left him open. Him and Robert Sibley were probably the two best big guys that were able to do that for their teammates.
Dylan Boucher does that too, doesn't he?
Another good example.
Timeout on the floor. The Wollongong Hawks have scored the last 6 to get themselves within 12. Trying to bridge that gap that the defense of the Gold Coast Blaze has put upon them. And the coaching staff of Cooks, Matty Flynn, and Gordy McLeod are going to come up with this.
Okay? We don't have to take every open shot here. We want to get ball movement. Okay? So you're deep. You two guys are up. Okay? You're back, Conrad. You're here. So when it comes in, step up. The other guard, whoever it is, go. Up 5. Ball movement. Now you're getting the right guy shooting it. Because you've got to box him out. Okay? We organised here. Here, you're on it. You're here. You don't leave that. You got it? Chewy, that's you. Tyson, you're here. You're at the top. Here we go, fellas. Hawks, 1, 2, 3. Hey, keep that thing where it was.
We're making those comments about, you know, Tyson Demos getting preparation for that. I know everyone's got their own style, but it just, there's a certain amount of rhythm in the game. And even practicing while you're shooting, you need to get some kind of rhythm going, especially after you've missed a couple. As a baseline out of bounds, well executed by the Blaze.
Great little play by the Blaze, but for the Hawks, that just kills you when you allow a big man to step in after one pass to get a layup.
Especially when you're struggling to get buckets on the other end of the floor. Ubaka. There's Reece Martin from the corner. That rims out. Katron on the offensive glass. That doesn't go. Wollongong just drawing blanks from the perimeter. Petrie upstairs to Stephen Hoare. Knocked out of bounds by Tim Conrad.
Good pass by Petrie. It had to be on the money to be able to get through, and was.
There's another baseline out of bounds layup. One pass, layup again for the Blaze.
Now you want to say it's well executed, and it was, but you just can't give up easy baskets like that.
Not two in a row.
You've got to be able to protect the paint.
Ibaka to Conrad. He puts it on the floor. Kisses one off the window, but not successful. Mark Worthington. I don't know if he even felt that foul.
That was a good foul, too, from, I think it was K-Tron that made the foul. Make the Blaze take it from out of bounds now because they've still got one to give, the Hawks. Actually, that was only their third, so they've still got one to give. And it'll be interesting to see whether they actually take the Blaze out of it by using this extra foul with only 17 seconds to go in the half.
They should know that. I don't think they do.
Well, it'll be interesting to see where they use it. They really need to get it down to about 4. Then they made... That was the foul.
Kadee. Oscar Foreman can't hang on to it. Got 1.4 seconds to go.
And they're just the little things as a basketball player and the good that you need to know. And the good teams know that. They execute it, make the Blaze take it from out of bounds. This big play again. 3 layups in a row for the Blaze in the last minute.
Gold Coast.